Hi everyone, I'm Carly Marie from Project Heal.
Hi everyone, I'm Sam from Project Heal.
Hi, I'm Carrie from the Still Project,
And I'm Jonathan from the Still Project.
and we're here to introduce you today to Healing Conversations, which is a collaboration between our two projects, and it's a partnership in an effort to further communication, specifically about grief and healing. And right now, we'd like to have Carly and Sam tell you a little bit about what Project Heal is all about.
Thanks, Carrie. We started Project Heal back in 2008 after the loss of our son in 2007. And Project Heal is it's a whole bunch of things, but the mission of Project Heal is to really allow people to find healing on their own. So it's kind of it's a place for people to come and to discover new ways and new projects and to really feel that safe, that it's okay to speak about their babies out loud, and to know that they're not alone in wanting to heal. So it's about finding the richness of life again. It's not a place where you come to be healed completely, because I don't believe that we're ever completely healed. Simply because that would mean that we kind of forget our children, and I feel that grief will always be there. It's a reminder that that we love our children, and so yeah, Project Heal is just a place for people to come to feel inspired, people who want to do something with their grief, or they're just searching for other people who are feeling like they are. It's full of projects in the community. Throughout the year, we have International Bereaved Mothers and Father's Day, which are two separate days. We've got August 19th, Day of Hope, which is a prayer flag project, where people around the world make prayer flags for their children and hang them up around the world all on the same day. It's a really amazing project, probably my favorite. But yeah, I do a lot of community work and speak at events and host ceremonies, and it's all about feeling connected and opening conversations in the community, and really allowing people to grieve out loud. And I've been lucky enough to be able to have the support of my beautiful husband throughout the last few years, well, since we started. It's been a long time now, I guess. And he's always kind of taken a back seat in my project, which has been, I've been so lucky to have someone who will help me do this and who doesn't take any credit. He's just amazing. But recently Sam has kind of felt inspired in his own journey of grief to come out and speak for men and be kind of like a light for them. And so yeah, do you want to maybe speak a little bit about that?
Yeah, so obviously it's been really important for my own healing to be able to get the opportunity to come out and speak about it. So I'm very privileged for since Christian passed away a few years ago to be able to have the opportunities through Carly's work that she started, and then through meeting guys like yourselves through the Still Project as well. Just having the opportunity to speak about it, and it really is so close to my heart now that I'm looking to take a much more hands-on approach. Whoops. Sorry, guys. Yeah, much more hands-on approach, and really encourage and just be perhaps an example for the men out there and the fathers out there that speaking about your child who's passed away, there's nothing wrong with that. It's a really healthy thing to do, and just doing it out of love, and, without obviously throwing it in people's faces, but just being open and to dialogue, and yeah, it's a really important part of healing. And even through Carly's work, I've found with my own occupation, which is a personal trainer, starting to introduce things like affirmations and the positive thinking, things that we've taken on board over our time and over our journey. And just kind of realizing now that because it's so close to my heart, it's really almost time to merge the two in that side of things, in my physical training, my personal training. And now the opportunity has come for me to be more involved in Carly's work as well. And I'm really looking forward to taking off this next chapter of my life, and yeah, really looking forward to being more involved in these things. So
That's awesome. I think transitioning into the Still project, Carrie and you guys, I think it's neat to see that our mission of communicating and establishing new communication lines between people has facilitated. This is a real-time example of what our goal was, because we met, Carly and Sam, and the four of us are speaking tonight because we're now, very close friends, which is a new thing. And I want to believe, and I hope, that even us helping other projects like Project Heal established a new communication and way for Sam to join even in their project even more so, and communication between Carly and Sam, which in turn, helps everyone be more effective, and our individual missions become more, I don't know, productive, more important because of just the simplicity of establishing communication between individuals, between projects, and between, couples and spouses.
Yeah, no, I think that's what's great about the Healing Conversations platform is that it is so simple. It's a very simple concept. And what that concept is just having a place where people can come together to talk openly and honestly about things that maybe they haven't been able to talk openly and honestly about before, and maybe they can't find safe places to do that. And the reason that our partnership, I think, is such a natural collaboration and works so well is because our missions are aligned. You mentioned giving people the chance to speak openly and honestly and feel that it's okay to do that. And that's really what our mission has been all along, is that communicating not only opens the door to healing for the people that are grieving, but also to education and understanding for those who might not be grieving and who might have trouble relating to those who are going through the grief process. So I think altogether the Still Project, which started out as an effort toward a feature documentary film, has evolved into so much more. Over the past 2 years, since we started in 2012, we have met a lot of people, we've learned a lot of things, we've experienced a lot of new things, and through those experiences, what has developed is us being able to pinpoint what the needs are out there. And I think this just gives us the chance to meet one of those needs, which is to open up dialogue on a number of topics with a number of different people, because there are so many amazing things going on out there in the world that a lot of people probably don't know about. And so that's why we want to be here, and that's why we want to open this door.
To me, with the Still Project, the short films, the feature film, the Google Hangouts, those are all byproducts of the simple mission of communication and using media to get information out to people and for people to voice their point of view to the the leading organizations, the leading minds, so that we can all come to some conclusions and some data and resolutions to ultimately stop babies from dying. And some of our mission is with compassion and bereavement, like Project Heal, but there are so many other issues that we're also trying to integrate and interface and connect with everybody else. So back to Healing Conversations, it's the natural extension for us to have this partnership moving forward.
Yeah, I agree. Carly and Sam, what do you hope to see come as a result of Healing Conversations being out there and the conversations that we will have? What do you hope to see happen?
Well, I'll talk first. There's a surprise there, isn't there? No, I think my hope is that, I think when I look around at our community, I see a lot of people that are really passionate, but I also see a lot of brokenness, and I see a lot, and I'm not talking about people being broken in themselves, but I see the community as being broken, and I'm really hoping that we can be a kind of neutral platform who supports the bigger picture, and that we can bring people together, and we as a community can be united rather than separated into different parts where people only promote their own work or because they're doing the same thing as someone else or whatever. So I'm kind of hoping that Healing Conversations brings everyone together, and that, I know myself, because I know that I haven't lost any heart with my work, and I know that you guys are the same, but I know that people can lose heart in what they're doing, and it kind of becomes more about how many numbers they can get and how much money they can raise for this, and people lose sight of what they originally started their project out to be. So I'm kind of hoping that with Healing Conversations, we can kind of inspire people to remember why they started their own personal project, and I'm hoping that we can all just really come together and join together and start talking about some of the things that really matter. Like the other day, Carrie, you posted about gaps and what they were talking about with everynewborn.org, I think it is. I may have got that wrong, forgive me. That's really important information, and no one is talking about it. So I think with Healing Conversations, it's going to be amazing, because we're going to have so many different conversations, from healing from the loss of a baby to the things that are happening in America across the board with legislation and things like that. So the wonderful thing is that there's going to be a bunch of different playlists. So there'll be things. Pretty much, we're hoping that you'll be able to come with whatever you need help with or you want to be inspired with. You can come in, find the playlist, and watch whatever it is, and find it and be able to share it with your friends and family. So we're hoping that this can reach everyone in the community, but not just them, that people who are on the outside, this is just as much for them, because breaking the silence on the death of babies and children is all fine and good when it's just in the community, and we can sit here and make all this noise, but if we're not reaching anyone on the outside, then what is the point? Like, we all know, we've broken the silence for ourselves, but we need to create a place that will invite the greater society in, and I believe that we can do that. Like, I think with everything, there's a lot of anger that comes when it comes to the greater society not treating the bereaved properly. We give out a lot of anger to those people, and in all honesty, the majority of those people just don't know what to do. They don't know what to say, and so they don't say anything at all, and they kind of, and we may feel ignored. So we have to let these people know that that they are safe to come in and to learn about what we're going through. So I think education-wise for hospitals and things like that, Healing Conversations is going to be amazing, and I cannot wait for some of the conversations that we've got coming up. So, and I just talked for way too long, sorry. Oh my goodness. I'm excited, you can't blame me.
Yeah. Accessibility and awareness, two of the main goals there, just accessible for everyone, and the conversations, it's not like we're just ordinary people, and it's like, I'm hoping that most, just genuine down-to-earth people can relate to us, no matter if they're within the community or out from outside the community. It's just a warm place to come, and they can come together, and together it'll just grow organically, and eventually that growth will become so big that it does create that awareness, like you mentioned before, JP, to eventually, hopefully, get enough, funds and research and resources to prevent the stillbirths and the infant deaths, and so yeah, just basically awareness and accessibility. So
awesome.
It'd be good. I'm excited.
Yeah, I agree, and I think just to take it a little bit further with what you were saying, Carly, my vision is that we are bridging a gap. There's an obvious gap between, like you were talking about, those within the lost community and those on the outside of it. And I think when the Still Project first started, that was how I stated it, was we want to bring, through communicating, through having conversations, we want to bring understanding to everyone on all sides of the map, you know. And I think that this is one way that we can at least help get that started and bridge that gap. My goal, and I think my dream for this, is to start to see a little bit of that bridge being built so that those who are inside the community will start to see some of the things that are being done on their behalf that maybe they're not even aware of, the research efforts and things that are going on in the medical community that they might think, you know, nobody's actually thinking about these issues, but they really are. And then for those outside of this community to find a way to connect a little bit deeper and provide more excellent care for those who go through this experience. So that's my vision and my goal.
Yeah, I think for me, across the board, from bereavement to advocacy to what's going on in the medical community to legislation, bridging that gap, like you said, and just sharing our experience. None of us here are doctors. None of us here are, are scholars. I'm an artist. I'm a filmmaker, and but it's been 12 years now, that we've been in this experience, very deeply involved, from the nonprofit point of view to the filmmaking perspective. And we're just here to share our point of view. I know when Sam and I get together and we do men's hangouts with other guys, that's all it's going to be, is us and our point of view. Mm-hmm. Same as with you guys and when you do the Women's and the Mother's Day hangouts. So, like Sam said, I hope people can connect to us. I hope that we can be authentic and share our experience. And, these losses continue to happen. There were babies that passed away today, unfortunately, and the people keep on coming online to look for resource, and we will do our best to be the best resource that we are capable of being for those people and for the people that are further in their grief experience as well.
Yeah. Can I add something to that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Before I forget, I just wanted to also say that, JP and I, we've had quite a few conversations about topics and where we're going to go with healing conversations, and I think there are going to be a lot of hangouts that we have that are really hard hangouts to have, like really hard, the real deep conversations that people feel that they can't have even in their own support groups. And I think that's going to be amazing, because you've said it before, Carrie, you and JP are pretty much open books, and I kind of feel that's the same with Sam and I. Like, we can, from our own experiences, like some things we won't be able to contribute to because we haven't experienced that. Mm-hmm. But we're not going to shy away from the tough topics, because I think there's probably a lot of people out there that really want to talk about something but can't, because they feel they're going to be judged, or they're too afraid to, or they feel like they're doing something wrong. So I think it's going to be really amazing, and I hope that we do kind of give that sense to people that we, this is a non-judgmental place. We're neutral here, and we're accepting of however you grieve, we accept that, and I just want that to come across as well. That we welcome everyone. We want to welcome everyone to this.
Yeah, we're all different backgrounds. We've had different experiences, but we're all seeking the resources because we all have one thing in common, and that's that we love our children.
Yeah.
And our children that are no longer with us here, as much as we do that our children are here, or for those of us who are lucky enough to still have children with us. So.
Yeah, and I'm glad you mentioned that, Sam, because I think at the heart of this is a heart project. Just as Project Heal and Still Project are, Healing Conversations is very much a heart project. It comes from a place of love and from wanting to reach out and connect to others and help them not to feel isolated, and help them to feel supported, and provide understanding, to a number of people out there. So I just want to encourage everyone to take a look around here on the channel. There's going to be lots of wonderful content, And we already have some up, but we're planning to have a lot more exciting and deep and thoughtful conversations to come. So subscribe to the channel and look for all of our new content coming soon.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.